and the car crossing made grief. So I've got some more police cars coming. Police cars, ambulances. There's police cars are coming here. Fucking team-handed blue lights. What's the emergency? What is the emergency? They're gonna have to come up here anyway. See what the emergency is.
Yes, sir.
Hi, you alright?
How you doing? Alright.
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank
Oh,
you.
a lot of yous today.
The calm of a high-profile London street shatters in an instant. Blue lights cut through the frame, and multiple police cars descend. As a detached observer, you can taste the change in atmosphere. What began as casual filming just became an incident. The commentator's lens zooms in on that first human reaction. The auditor's incredulous, sharp, "What's the emergency?" And the camera lingers on flashing lights and officers stepping out. This is the hook. It tells the audience something official and urgent is now happening, and the routine becomes extraordinary.
What's going on? What's the emergency?
We've just come to see what you've been up to.
What I've been up to?
Yeah.
Is that an emergency?
Well, you know you're not supposed to be filming out.
Pardon?
You're not supposed to be
Turn on the
filming.
body warmth.
Oh, yeah, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. What do you mean I'm not allowed to be recording out here? Come on.
So, mate, if you have a look behind you, there's a
Yeah.
couple of signs obviously saying it's a prohibited place.
Yeah, inside.
The new National Security Act 2023.
Yeah.
So under Section 4, you're not allowed to film, so it counts as inspecting a protected place.
And
filming comes under inspection.
Inside the property.
yeah.
I've not been inside. I've not been inside the property at any point whatsoever.
The cameras have said they've seen you outside.
I've been outside, yeah,
yes.
but I've been filming a lot of things. There's been loads of people taking pictures about here, so not just me. But yeah, I still don't see what warrants the emergency response, though.
It's because it's what it is, you know, obviously where it is, what it is, there's a risk. So if they see people filming outside, say yourselves in multiple cameras,
Right.
potentially filming entrance and exits, they have to shut the place down.
Well, they don't have
Make
to.
sure they do.
Not necessarily. No, that's up to them. It's not like.
But it's
You know what I
because
mean?
of
Like-
you being there, so that is what warrants the emergency.
That's
Yeah.
the way it works.
No, it doesn't. Like, listen, it's a bit over the top. Come on, you know this. You know what I mean? Like,
Obviously, I'm guessing you're like an auditor.
pardon?
I'm guessing, are you an auditor?
You think I'm an auditor?
Yeah.
What's an auditor?
So someone that sort of goes around police buildings or sort of other buildings of interest and sort of try and get police to come and engage with them. Obviously, some
So-
do it for different reasons.
By that definition, then no. No, I'm not
So,
an auditor.
obviously, you don't have
Right.
to tell me. Obviously, you're probably well versed in sort of your rights.
Yes.
Obviously, you don't have to tell me. Are you like filming for anything? Are you like filming for like a program, college?
Yeah,
something like
I'm
that, or you
filming for my YouTube channel.
just- YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And what is your YouTube channel?
But it doesn't really make any difference, does it? But,
I'm just a bit curious.
It's
Obviously,
interesting.
yeah, no, I understand. But just it doesn't make any difference, really, does it?
Officers close the distance and invoke the law. The National Security Act enters the script. The exchange is calm on the surface, but acidic underneath. An officer tells him he's not supposed to be filming, and the auditor answers with questions and an insistence on rights. As a third-party voice, point out the micro-tension, clipped legal phrasing versus defying curiosity, and stress the stakes, a public filming turned into a legal interrogation. The audience should feel the first real crack in the dynamic between citizen and state.
Do you guys mind identifying yourself, please?
Yeah, there you go, Davies.
Can you read that, please?
Oh, there it is.
Can you verbalise it? I might not be able to see it.
Easy, Davies.
Pacey Davis, sorry, and your number? Sorry again, can you verbalise that for me, please?
1609,
And where are you based out of?
just down the road in Brixton.
Brixton Police Station.
What's your unit?
Right, okay, and you guys, if you don't mind identifying yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm PC Hopkin, 1616AS, also from Brixton.
Brixton, and yourself, sir.
obviously everything you need is on show 1148 AS.
And your name?
PC Botway.
And you're also Brixton, right, okay.
Obviously, you don't have to tell us. You probably won't tell us. You might tell us. How long are you going to be here filming for?
How long am I going to be here for?
Yeah,
oh, I don't know.
filming the
I don't know. I don't want to lie to you and give you false information, you know.
Not lying.
I just don't understand. Sorry, to hark back how I started this conversation with you guys, like what necessitated the emergency response? What was the call? Like,
So obviously we can't go in and out and like everything we've been told.
I understand, yeah.
Obviously, filming and taking pictures in itself isn't sort of a bad thing or suspicious.
Well, hold on a minute.
Obviously,
He's pointed to that and said that I was under threat of arrest a minute ago.
So if you let me finish,
Come on, man.
I'll like put all the way through it.
Yeah.
So what
Go
I'm saying
on.
is filming and sort of taking pictures. Obviously, it's London. A lot of people take pictures and photos and all sorts of stuff. Obviously, tourists or just people that live here and just sort of like the architect or like the way buildings are shaped, etc.
Yeah.
The only reason why we're here is because obviously you've been sort of watched on CCTV, sort of filming into it, potentially sort of looking in, trying to see what's behind it and stuff. Which obviously I like, and again, obviously you can sort of film that as well, just on obviously that's on your record as well for next time.
Okay.
It's all about sort of prevention, isn't it, as well?
Well, prevention of what? Right.
All sorts of
Well, you know I've got a YouTube channel, yeah. You asked me
Yeah,
if
only 'cause you told me,
you
yeah.
asked me if I was
Obviously,
auditing.
when we come in,
You asked
obviously
me-
when people are watching
Okay.
CCTV, they can't tell, oh, this guy got a YouTube channel until police
Okay.
come and speak.
But
Which
you
is
know
what we
that.
do.
But you know that. You
I
know that.
Yeah, only
Your
now,
colleagues know that.
because you told me that.
Okay.
I can't read minds, unfortunately.
Okay.
I know we're the police,
Yeah.
but we don't know everything.
So-
We can't read minds.
Right. I'm going to need the CAD number for the call.
Yeah, you can get a catch.
But I still want to know, like, what was the allegation on the call? Because, like, 2 police cars, 4 police officers, blue lights on.
Now the plot thickens. Security alleges the camera was inserted through the gaps, a concrete claim that escalates suspicion into accusation. Watch how the auditor methodically dismantles it. He asks to see where he supposedly did it, points out the gaps are too small, and calls the report false. This section is a chess match, evidence versus eyewitness claims, and it's where viewers decide who seems credible. The lingering question, and the commentators tease, did security make a mistaken call, or is something else going on?
It's common sense. You can see the gaps.
I
So
can
it's
only
not
go on what
that.
they tell me.
Yeah, but
I
it's a
haven't
false
seen to it,
allegation.
but I can only go
So
on what they
are you going to act without fear or favour? You're going to investigate that?
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
Appreciate
I need some
that.
details from you to put on a report.
You don't need my details now.
I do, to put on a report. How else am I
I could give you an email address, but you don't need my
I need the rest
details.
of the details.
Well, sorry, my love. I'm well frequented in this, alright? I've done it loads of times. You don't need my details. I could give you an email address. I can supply them at a later date if they're warranted. But at this moment
Do
in
you
time,
need details? Because we'll have to put on the other side of the report, which is you filming and breaching Section 4 of the National Security Act 2023, which was an offence. So we need the details to investigate it. I'm happy to. There's no necessity for arrest you at this point,
Okay.
but we'll have to investigate by way of like caution to get invited in for an interview.
So you're going to caution me?
No, this time it's a caution plus 3. What happens is you get
Right,
brought in for an
okay.
interview, a caution interview, but I'll need some details from you.
I won't. So if I don't provide those details, what will happen?
Well, then it comes under Code G and you have to be arrested.
Code G?
Code G of PACE.
Code
which
G
is a
of
necessity for an arrest,
Okay.
yes.
So under threat of arrest.
It's not threat of arrest.
Well, it is because so if I don't provide my details, I will be arrested. Is that what you're saying?
It's a council called Code G then, so we can't investigate slow time because we've got no deals for you. If you have to provide your deals, you can get invited in for an interview, you can give your side there,
Right.
that's fine. Otherwise, if I ain't got details, we've got another contacting you, asking you to come in.
So you're going to. So I will be arrested then.
The tone snaps tighter when officers say, refuse details and you'll be arrested. The auditor labels it a threat of arrest. This is the dramatic pivot. Discussion becomes coercion. As the external narrator, highlight the legal pressure and the auditor's cool refusal to fold easily. This clip is pure tension. It's short, sharp, and shows the moment the encounter could have gone physical or turned into detention.
Honestly, look, you just take a walk along there. They're all pretty much the same.
Rather than not go back because then we're filming the entrance
Well,
again out.
well,
and
I
then
think
you
it's
walk through it.
pertinent to your
I
investigation.
don't want to walk you towards it and you start committing an offence again.
No, don't be
Because
silly.
then you
Come
film it, do you
on.
know what I mean? Because if you're
Right.
going to film it as we go past it, I'd rather not.
Well, I can film it from a public place. So the issue is whether or not I've. The issue is as well or not I've breached the boundary, which then would SOCPA would apply and your National Security Act 2023 would apply. That's the question as well. Not about breached the boundary.
It's not breaching. It's not about breaching boundary. It's
Well, it is,
it's
amount of
like inspecting. So taking videos and photographs comes under inspecting.
Right. Okay.
If that
Do you
makes
know
sense.
much about this legislation?
A little bit, only like the working.
A
knowledge,
little bit,
yeah.
a little bit, but
Working
you
knowledge.
threaten
I'm
me.
not a lawyer.
But you threaten me. You're not a lawyer exactly.
No.
But you threaten me with arrest for not providing my details
I don't know
under the guise of
cases
that
and
piece
things
of
like
legislation.
that, but I know the legislation.
Right. Use all
I'm happy
PCs
to-
here. Use all PCs here.
PC, yeah.
Yeah. Can I get a sergeant here?
So you probably won't be able to get a sergeant. I'm going to be realistic. You won't be able to get a sergeant in. Obviously, if you've
Right.
got any any complaints or anything, you're more than welcome.
But he's a threat. He's a threat.
Because you asked me a question and then you sort of cut me off halfway through.
Well, I can talk if I want.
Yeah, you can, but then don't ask me a question then.
All right, well, be quiet. I'll ask someone else then, yeah?
No way.
Can you get a supervisor here?
So, like my colleague said, we're not going to be able to get a supervisor down here.
Okay. Why not?
Because this kind of call doesn't warrant a supervisor.
But yeah, you can threaten me with arrest to obtain my details under this type of call. That's a bit steep.
It still doesn't warrant a supervisor to come down here. So.
Why not?
Well, talking about arresting you doesn't mean that a supervisor needs to come down here and check that through.
Right, but you're using legislation. Do you know about this piece of legislation?
So I've probably similar to my colleague.
So you don't?
It kind of discusses
So
that it says this legislation.
To bring the legislation up.
have you got it? No, I don't want you. I want you to be familiar with it before you use it. But a minute ago you said you weren't familiar. I'm familiar with it.
Okay, oh good.
I am familiar with it. That's how I know I've not done anything wrong, and that's how I know you don't have any powers at this moment in time. If you are going to misuse that piece of legislation, that's on you.
It's not misused
You know?
at all.
Well, of course it is.
There's inspecting councils.
Both sides circle legal authority. The auditor demands a supervisor and calls out potential misuse of the Security Act. Officers refuse or downplay the need. This is a classic power struggle scene: citizen expertise versus institutional protocol. For viewers, this is where credibility is tested. The auditor's repeated insistence that the law is being misapplied becomes a slow-burn accusation that hooks the imagination. The commentator should frame this as the moral center of the encounter, who understands the law and who enforces it.
Give it my details, well and Ellie.
Yeah, no,
But this is under duress. I am doing it under threat of arrest. Just make that clear, and I guarantee you are going to regret this 100%. You are making a massive mistake.
It's fine.
Okay?
I understand. If you would want to,
But come on
the nearest car or whatever, and then we'll grab the details there.
Unbelievable! Who's got a flat tyre?
Oh,
Who's driving on that?
Oh, that's
Whose car is that?
it was fine when I set off. So
No, I'm sure it was. Of course it was. Did you do all your inspections? What happened? What happened to your car?
Oh, well, I must have popped it on the way.
You must have popped it on the way. That sounds like an admission of careless driving to me.
I'm not careless driving.
I don't think you're... what happened to your tyre, first and foremost?
I checked it this morning.
Are you
and it was
driving on the road illegally at this
No,
moment in time?
definitely not. As I said, I checked it this morning as part of my DI in the car, and it was fine.
So what happened to it?
If you wanna,
What happened to it?
I don't know. I just found it flat like you did.
So careless driving then?
No careless driving whatsoever. As I pulled up,
Dri-
it was fine.
get on with this.
Driving without due care and attention?
No,
How
definitely
can you not know you've popped your tyre?
As well, because it just popped now when we drove off.
It popped now when you drove off.
No, I didn't say pop now. I said when we drove off. As we've been driving, there's been no issues with it. And when I did the checks in the morning,
Looks a bit baldy, to be honest. Do you mind? Have a look. That is the taxpayer's car after all. Well, I don't know about that, mate. That looks a bit dodgy, you know. That's driving without due care and attention or something like that. But how can you not know you popped your tyre? Like, did you not feel it pull when you're driving?
As I say, it was fine when I was driving.
Sure.
But we're going around in circles.
You know, if you're involved in a collision, you have to go a mandatory breathalyzer test. You know that? Have you been drinking today?
Me?
Yeah. Can I see your license, proof of insurance, and MOT certificate, please?
Definitely not.
Right, anyway,
Please, yeah, come on.
can I jump in the front if that's alright?
The front,
Yeah.
Make sure there's,
Yeah, just I don't like being cooped up in the back.
Yeah, no. Just some of these, just a little bit of
Unreal. Nah. I mean, you can't drive away with me in the back then, huh?
No, I got that.
Under duress, the auditor agrees to provide details, but not before spotting and mocking an exposed weak point. The officer's patrol car has a flat tire. The scene flips tone for a beat. The power play continues, but irony and ridicule slice into the officer's calm authority. As a narrator, accentuate the irony. The men enforcing safety are driving a compromised vehicle, and the human moment of the auditor regaining agency through scorn rather than submission.
Not a flat tyre, yeah, that's it. Alright, oh my. Alright, guys, well.
Do you want the door closed, or?
Yeah, well, just in case a car hits it.
Yeah, no.
You know what? I'm going to need my glasses.
I borrow mine.
Are they prescription?
Yeah.
Can you pass them to me? They're just on the side there.
Where are they?
Thank you.
And here?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, this thing. Jeez. It's a Specsaver's case. Oh, no, it's not. Looks like a Specsaver's case. Get the posh ones. So I am doing this under duress and I'm giving you the bare minimum just to make that absolutely clear. Under threat of arrest. These have messed up, you know that, come on.
What's your name?
1 second. I just asked that you don't repeat my details back at me, please.
Oh, that's fine.
That's alright.
How do you spell that?
I can write it down for you if that helps.
Yeah.
Is that okay? 1 second. Oh. Just because I don't, it's not going to make it on the...
Can I hold that for you?
Oh, I've got it, it's alright.
Yep.
You happy with that? Alright, what's your name again, sorry?
Davies.
PC Davies.
PC
Alright, thank you. You guys don't have a bin, do you?
Well, there's
Talking about this can for ages, so excuse me. Let me just make sure I don't get your door taken off. Alright, gentlemen. Listen, yous have messed up, man. Come on, like, you know you shouldn't be doing this. Yous are misusing the legislation. I will have a complaint off yous for that.
He gets into the car, gives his information, but makes it emphatically clear it's under protest. This is procedural theater. Forms are filled, names are recorded, yet he frames the whole interaction as evidence for future complaint. The commentator should treat this as the denouement of the arrest threat. The immediate crisis is defused, but the larger conflict, legality, accountability, is merely deferred to later processes.
And I will have a civil claim off yous for that. Because you've threatened me with arrest for something you've got no grounds for.
I haven't said
Alright,
it.
so well, I suggest you wind your necks in, get in your cars and jog on, do one.
Jog on, that's not very nice, is it?
It's not very
If I
nice.
said that to you, you would be quite upset, innit? If I told you to jog on.
Well, you're a public servant, I'm not.
Doesn't matter.
Okay?
I'm a human
Yous have
being,
misused, yous have misused the legislation to obtain my
Doesn't matter.
details.
You can't-
Okay?
you-
I don't care. Your feelings aren't my priority at this moment in time, my friend.
Vice versa then.
So get in the car and do one. See you later. You're dismissed. Bye.
Obviously,
Bye. You're dismissed.
you're more than welcome
Bye.
to sort of stay in the area.
I'll do whatever I feel like doing.
Try not to commit any more offences by obviously putting your
Oh,
camera.
hold on. If you just jump to conclusions, you just says don't commit any more offences.
Or suspect
So
offences then.
no, you've
Suspected
just made another massive
It's up
mistake.
to you. It's up to you the way you
do
try
not
and
commit
interpret it.
any more offences. So that's the insinuation that I've already committed an offence. You haven't done any investigation whatsoever, have you?
We have.
So how would you know that?
I'm not gonna go. We're
What's
done
this,
now.
what
We're
camera
done now.
footage
We're
have you
done now.
seen?
Thank you
Exactly, you're dismissed. Jog on, little boy. Bye. Bye. See you later.
Exit aggression. The auditor unleashes a closing rebuke, telling the officers they've made a massive mistake and that he'll pursue complaints and civil remedies. The language is decisive and performative. It converts a powerless moment into a promise of consequences. As an observer, emphasize how this line reclaims the narrative. He turns the table from suspect to accuser, signaling the story will continue beyond the street.
Now let's go for a wander. A bad smell about here. See, they're going to follow me first and foremost, guys. That's what I'm testing. The waters. Unbelievable, guys. So, listen, I know a lot of you guys were probably going to say, oh, I should have just caved. I should have just stood firm and took the hit. But they've said everything that they needed to say. All those, are you an auditor? All this sort of stuff. They've clearly not done any investigation whatsoever. And let's see what these clowns are going to do. I do need a bin now. Thing's doing my hair. Look, they're taking photographs. Look. I'm going to make an allegation. Grass up those two lasses. He's driving with that flat tyre. What's she doing? I'm driving on that flat tyre. Hey, I nearly fell over. That's a bad one. He's clipped. What have you done it on the curb when he parked? It's a bad one, that, you know. Feel one blow the tyre out. Check the other wheels are in decent condition. Yeah, it's just that one. We're done here.
The camera follows the aftermath. Officers repair, reposition, and from the auditor's perspective, fish for more. He tests whether they'll follow, he records their small moves, and he keeps the pressure on with commentary. This is the lingering moment of surveillance. Who watches the watchers? The third-party voice should highlight the repeated motif, observation turned mutual, and how persistence itself becomes an accusation.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been MI6 again. What an absolute carry on. These police officers seriously just can't help themselves. It's just, I don't know why they feel the need to deal with things in this manner. It's absolutely preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. But it is what it is. I believe I now have grounds for a complaint and a civil claim against the police. They believe they now have grounds to bring me in for questioning under caution. That's up to them. If they want to do that, they could do that. But yeah, like, I very much doubt I will be invited in for questioning under caution. I'm not.
The rap is equal parts dismissal and suspense. He calls the episode an absolute carry-on, vows complaints and civil action, but the final cut reveals a police car following him. That last image is cinematic, unresolved and ominous. As the commentator, close with a line that lingers, the legal skirmish may be over for now, but a new chapter is implied. Leave viewers on that razor edge. The story isn't finished, it's merely escalated to a new arena.